One of the most significant discoveries in the history of the world was finding the library of Ashurbanipal, Iraq, where they just found this place in the 1800s yet again. The library held an estimated 30,000 clay tablets in the 1800s, with the current state telling all of us that this site does not house the tablets anymore. So what happened to them? We are told that the city was destroyed in the year -612. This is insane at this point. Anyone that thinks that somebody within the last 300 years could wake up and have a cup of coffee and head over to the site and pin down the date of -612 needs serious help. At 6:15 p.m. in the year -613. No. It's -612. -612. The city was destroyed by a fire and baked many of the clay tablets. We have shown the fire narrative and exposed it to the whole world. We have a playlist on this called The Fire Games. I personally believe that any story about this place that we all live before the 1700s is 100% fabricated. I believe that we are fed a bunch of AI narratives that repeat themselves over and over in every single country. So this fire from 2,637 years ago, on the dot, supposedly protected the tablets. And it wasn't until our timeline comes around that they finally find the tablets, uncovering a significant portion. Now, remember, rediscovery. This is just the discovery. We are not rediscovering anything. This is the first time that we found it. So they find them for the first time, no rediscovering. And then they take them all to England, where the British Museum in London houses the majority of these tablets. Very interesting. Where we are now given a location, which is going to unlock so many doors and allow us to go so much further. We have seen in our last episode, episode 108, that the Vatican has 53 miles of texts and artifacts from the previous civilization. The old world, a very powerful, advanced group of people that we're all here and are missing from our mainstream narrative. These 53 miles underneath Vatican City, these texts and artifacts are all off limits to the public, hiding our true history, our true past. These tablets that were found in Iraq in the 1800s were then taken to England, where now they are not available for public viewing. Amazing. Wait, what is this? This only represents a small fraction of the total collection. The majority of the recovered tablets are kept in storage or archives within the museum and are only accessible to researchers or by special request, largely for preservation reasons. Yes, episode 107, preservation, all to preserve the mainstream narrative. We all know now that they are not preserving the items. They are preserving the narrative. They are preserving and they are protecting their story. I believe on this channel, we have exposed this and proved that this is the case 100%. Off limits to the public, over and over. The true narrative is not being shown to us in every single country. It's not just a once-off fluke, which shows that this is an operation and it's been going on since the 1800s. This is documented within the stories. How can a narrative be fully trusted if time and time again, the majority of the artifacts, the majority of the texts are off limits to the public? How is this the story that anybody could side with? This is not the story you'd side with. It's the side that you would call out, especially when we have mentioned this epic in the past. In episode 104, the Epic of Gilgamesh, where Gilgamesh wanted to live forever. He became obsessed with avoiding death, and he later reveals the existence of a plant that can restore youth. And I believe that the Epic of Gilgamesh explains all of this. I also believe that they have found so much more. within all of these tablets and old world texts that are off limits to the public. Where today, I believe that we have just found the Epic of Gilgamesh's location, where thousands of tablets, including the Epic of Gilgamesh, were transported to England. Are you having fun? Do you enjoy the truth? Please hit that like button and subscribe. Between doing that, all of our sponsors, our badge members, and our Patreons, this is how we're able to expose the truth to the world every single Saturday. This is a team effort, all of us, and our team is growing faster and faster. We are just getting started today. Welcome to episode 109 of My Lunch Break. I hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new, welcome. If you can't remember the last time you slept all night or didn't feel stressed during the day, you need to hear about CBD from CB Distillery. They've got natural solutions for sleep and stress that people can't stop raving about. Check out some of their 48,000 five-star reviews. The best sleep I've gotten in years. I wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. And it's not just sleep. They have plant-based solutions to help with stress, mood, and focus. Even pain after exercise. All made with high quality, clean ingredients. Look, there's a lot of CBD out there, but I trust CB Distillery for their commitment to quality. That's why they have over 2 million satisfied customers and offer a 100% money back guarantee. If you're still struggling with sleep, stress, or other health concern, maybe it's time to try something different. CBD from CB Distillery. And I have a 20% discount to get you started. Visit cbdistillery.com and use my code MLB for 20% off. That's cbdistillery.com, code MLB. cbdistillery.com. And I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to flatearthdave.com. You can check out his app, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app. I'll put the link right in the description. And you can use my referral code, MLB. If you click the Tartaria button, you'll see the My Lunch Break playlist right here. The app is awesome. Thank you to Rebecca Kay, The Lady Lacey Show, David and Sherry Ferguson, Edwin Johnson, Chuck Templeton, Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, The Burlesons, Suez KC, Edwin Rice, Helmut, Charles Kruger, Don Gaston, Dan Woodall, Dale, DJ Clicktrack, Edward and Brianna, Jacob Law, Jim Ribley and Christine Duggan, Kyle Glasscock, PKTFnews.org, Ben Dries NL, Natalie Shippenoff, Amberson EMC, HK Sue, Melissa Edgar, Biggles, Clayton Lamar, Double Task Homestead, John Adams, Roberts O'Zolins, Phoenix Art, The Arnolds, Attila Power, VKH Bonner, Bell's Clarions for God, Forbidden Gecko Love, Justin Grobner Grubb, Leah Strong, Dakota Dunn, Eric Martinez, Ivan Apoctoli, Jim Bro, EggardT-shirts.com, Meta, Jason Hochberg, Marie C, ValleyMedicinals.com, Kyle Logan, Alina and Chris the IT Guy, Michael Dingyu, Patriot Armory, Tom O'Hara, Michael D. Connor, C3SCOB, Ancient Tallow, Jeffrey Temple, SonyaDane.com, James Alt, Bucksui, Jason Prest, Suki Warrior, We the People, Migs, Miss Rex's Murphy, Mark Chapman, Muji and DeClan, Ariana Oates, Jenica Joyce, Nathan Burba, Ski, Codrenth, The Sovereign, Beacon of Truth, Liberty's Arborist, Thomas Thorpe Peterson, Zinger Coffee and Tea, Natasha C, K Moore, DevlinMcGregor.com, Miss Fox, Diamond Jewel, David Rauschenbach, Emily Maryland, Felipe, Curious Cat, Mike D, etc., Dan McGee, Lori Hedvig Johnson, Terry, Paraplegic Coffee, Ellie Annie, Ivan Apoctoli, Seth Craigo, D Woods, Glenn Gunderson, Mousie's Mouse Cheese Records, James Vincent, Robert's Brain is Gone, Extreme Reality Check, Anna and Marley Valdez, Wayne T, Late for Dinner, Wanakar Camo, Paolo Goncalves, G Power, Jesse De Leon, Blake, Rick Tapke, Ducks, MDF, TFV, Billy Prater, William Richard Jeffries V, Dax Bilchek and Son, Jetski Chuck, Kim Lusada, Rod Way, Checkmate, Dylan Mugenberg, Leonard Insalacro, Martha Wooten, Robert Petro, Katz Hill, Bruce Latour, Susie Q, Yark 143, Sven Eric, Andrea J. Kerrigan, Janet Elizabeth, Dr. Mom, Lisa Boutwell, Carrie, Kitty Kitties, Making Eagles, GOL, Pen Patriot, Doc Halo, Henry's Mom, Vince Moreno, Shibba Shaba in the Darkness. You guys are all awesome and helping this channel out a lot. Thousands of clay tablets, including the Epic of Gilgamesh and possibly How to Live Forever, and other critical texts were shipped to England. They were able to do this by claiming that they were protecting the artifacts. Do we all understand that they are still doing this exact same thing today? They are stealing the artifacts. They are not protecting them. Again, protecting the narrative is exactly what they're doing. Protecting their narrative, a fake story, so that they get to keep all the old world technology, the old world texts, the old world information. And all of it is off limits to all of us. This is what's going on, and it's not a debate. Still to this day, claiming that they are preserving these 30,000 tablets. This is what they're telling us, stating that they don't want to risk damaging them through public display. This is nonsense, with other tablets actively being studied by the scholars, and therefore remain in controlled environments, only accessible to the researchers. In today's time, how are they just doing investigations, so-called studies, without a camera in there for all of us to see? The camera isn't going to bother the stone or the clay tablets. This is an excuse. How are we not allowed to see these tablets? We are being blocked off from basically everything that's valuable, just giving us all the pottery so that we would all just nod and go on with our day. Could you even imagine what information they have hidden away? We have found 30,000 tablets that are off limits to the public in England. We have also found another 53 miles of books in Vatican City under the ground. These two sites alone would change the entire world in 1 second if these items were open to the public. And we all know it, with possibly the technology to live forever. Now, some might not want to do that, and that's totally fine. But if there is a plant that's here that would make you live forever, just imagine what else is within those texts. The tablets. Whenever I say that things are being given back to us since the 1800s, from the car, to the plane, the train, the TV, the cell phone, and the rest. There was an advanced civilization here before us. A civilization that was writing things down, putting them in clay tablets, putting them in books, things that were supposed to be here for all of us. And all of these things are now being hidden from us. Now do you understand why they are being hidden from us? The British Museum, an incredible place for our research. Back-to-back episodes, I believe we have located 2 places that hold basically everything that we need to know and are being blocked off from all of us. They are off limits to the public. And one of these sites being a necropolis. We are pinning this down, and it's incredible. Inside this building that is clearly from the old world, it holds statues that, again, have their heads removed. Their arms are removed, where I believe that they are hiding how many fingers they had and what they were holding, removing their faces, just like we have seen so many times, removing what the previous civilization actually looked like. Not everybody, but definitely some of them, 100%. Hold on a second. We need to zoom in here on this foot. What is going on here? Take a look at this. We need to brighten this up. Can we see that we are correct yet again? That these individuals had more toes. Even look at this little toe. What is going on here? We are seeing a depiction of the past. These statues all over the world were constructed with precision and with a purpose. They did not accidentally mess this foot up and then go on and make the outfit perfect like this. These hands, these faces on these statues aren't chopped off for no reason. And I want to make that clear. This is yet another thing that we have exposed to the world right here on this channel. And I'm going to tell you what, as far as the 6 fingers, the 6 toes, this subject is just getting started. Going back to episode 99, where we saw in 2 Samuel 21:20 that there was a man of great stature that had on every hand 6 fingers and on every foot 6 toes. He was also born to the giant. Giants from the old world. We will definitely be getting into this in the future, but just know that the episodes are in order for a reason. When we find 96 skeletons with a 6th toe. And I want to take a minute and thank all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and every single subscriber, and everybody who likes the episodes. You are all helping push these episodes to brand new people, growing this community of people who just want to see and hear the truth. Episode 111 is going to be the 2-year mark of starting this channel. After starting this channel, every Saturday has been so much more entertaining for the past 2 years. Sharing this information with all of you and seeing this all grow. And I know that we're just getting started. There is so much more on the way that I cannot wait to show to the world. We are on YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok, Rockfin, and Spotify. So who is it? Who is not allowing us to see these 30,000 tablets inside of this museum? Who is it? These tablets that were stolen from Iraq in the 1800s. Who is currently doing this? The museum director. He has the authority to grant access or deny it. His name was Harwig Fisher. When we kept scrolling down, we see that Fisher resigned because of missing items from the museum. What do you know? Including gold jewelry, precious gems, and we all know that there was more. And we also know that this has happened so many times. So many times a director of this museum or other museums have taken the items out and then resigned. And then nothing ever happens. Let's continue. So now, Nicholas Cullinan is the guy. All of this is happening recently. Nicholas steps in as of March 2024. Now, we have never actually asked him. So at this point, he's not really done anything wrong, besides not make the 30,000 tablets fully accessible to the public. But again, we haven't asked him. So we can't fully be upset at him yet. Mr. Cullinan, if you're watching somehow, we all want to see the tablets and whatever else is hiding from our true past in the museum. You would be a legend for exposing them to the world. I do believe that it's time for the world to know the truth. But does he really have the power to do this? I'm not sure. Just to show how these people get into this role, there are people above his role that are appointing these people, including the board of trustees, the prime minister, as well as a firm outside of the museum. So who knows if Nicholas Cullinan can actually say, all right, guys, today is the day that the 30,000 tablets that we stole from Iraq will be shown to the world. It seems much more difficult than this, but I could be wrong, where he would have to go through the board, like we said, but also UK laws, the British Museum Act of 1963. Did any of us know about this before today? It defines how artifacts in the collection can be managed and prohibits removing the items from the collection, except in specific circumstances. A, duplicate items. No, that's not the case. B, unfit for retention applies to damaged, incomplete, or insignificant items. So it's not that one either. C, it was stolen or acquired unlawfully. It may be returned to its rightful owner. Well, now we're on to something. I do believe that these tablets were stolen from Iraq, and better yet, every single person here living today. This is information from the old world. I don't believe that it belongs to just one country. But if it did, it's not England, and we all know this. I believe that we are all the rightful owners of this information. These tablets do not belong to Britain at all, and that's obvious. They were stolen, and they were acquired unlawfully. Same thing with D, can be returned to their country. So by law, this is possible. These tablets should definitely not be hiding from all of us at this point. We should all be able to see them. If there is nothing of importance written on these tablets, then fine. But we should all at least be able to see this. And I also don't know how, at this point, we could ever trust that the ones with the important information on them are not just hidden away in some secret vault. And then they give us back the ones that say they made pottery on Tuesdays, and Wednesdays were for bathing in the puddle, and Thursdays was for story time. And Friday, they sharpened their stick, and on Saturday, they would hunt for the local rabbit that's just been driving them nuts all week. Sunday was for resting, and Monday was for palace building. It's insanity. It's also tough at this point. We don't know what's been done to them since the 1800s. We don't even know if they're the real ones anymore, because they've been removed from our view for so long. I do believe that we are just getting started, especially with this location. If they do hold the 30,000 tablets that are off limits to the public, again, what else are they hiding? Will we ever see these artifacts? Will we one day be invited in there to show these tablets off to the world and be the ones to show the world the truth about our past, our history, to show off what they found in the 1800s? Texts that have been preserved from all of us for so long. The preservation process is done, in my opinion. The timer's going off. It's time for the world to understand what happened here before we all got here, with possibly the most mind-bending thing that we have ever exposed on this channel. A stat, a true fact that shows all of us just how protected the mainstream narrative really is. Just showing how massive this operation is worldwide, and showing all of us that there is so much more. And we are correct about it all, 100%. This museum is a multi-layered building with levels that we know were not being shown. The 30,000 tablets is nothing in comparison to what's being kept secret, away from all of us. According to them, their data, the museum is also home to 1,000 staff and over 8 million objects, where just 1% of these items from the old world are on display to the public, meaning that 7,920,000 items from the old world are not on display. This is a massive operation, withholding it all from us, admitting it all to us right here. If this museum has 7.92 million items not available to the public, how many other items from the old world are off limits to all of us, all over the world? What have we found in the last 2 episodes? 53 miles of books and almost 8 million items, all behind closed doors, all off limits to the public, all of us. Do you still believe what you were told in history class as a kid? I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll be back next weekend with so much more. See ya.